filling in for the legendary Andrew Thompson alongside my partner, Brandon Marshall here. Brandon, we got a good game on tap here tonight. Conference game, NEA conference game, so should be a good one.
Yeah, conference games are always important ones to get. You never want to put the cart before the horse, but I think the Eagles are going to be just fine tonight against the Braves.
No doubt about it. As we're heading into the national anthem here, so we'll take a quick pause. All right, national anthem wraps up there, and we're back and ready to roll here from Columbia City High School. Looking at the matchup today, the Columbia City Eagles come in at 2-0. They won their opening game at home against the Cherubusco Eagles, 42-0, and then they traveled over to Plymouth, made the long hour trek over there and beat the Rockies 42-13. in a weather-delayed late night over in Plymouth. So hot start for the Eagles, put up 42 points in back-to-back games. Offense clicking on all cylinders. Bradbury looked good, receivers looked good, running game looked good. So hot start for the Eagles, looking to continue that tonight. As for Bellmont, they've started out the year on an 0-2 skid here, losing at Heritage 46-7, and out and at home versus South Adams at Bellmont 49-7. So rough start for the Braves, but we'll see how they fare tonight against a high-powered Columbia City offense and a stout defense for the ballgame tonight. We have about 3 minutes here left. The Eagles not yet to come out on the field, but we'll be making the walk down here soon, so stay tuned. We have youth night going on for the Columbia City football team. Got some third graders, fourth graders, fifth graders out here along with the two middle school teams. So always good to recognize the youth programs there. And here come the Eagles. New tradition they started at the new place, walking in front of the home fans as they head to the tunnel to take the field through the large inflatable eagle that almost blew away earlier. Nice shot, Wyatt. Just kidding. And we welcome the Bellmont Braves visiting team, jogs out in the field, Nick Hall. I believe he was a former running back for the Braves, hold some records. Been here a few years, maybe a year 2 or 3. As the Eagles surge into the tunnel there with the smoke coming out both ends. The Eagle calling over the intercom. Game losing streak for the Braves, we just heard. So definitely a tough go recent years for Nick Hall and the Braves. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's a program he's trying to turn around, but
yeah, no shame in that.
Yeah, they've been struggling for the last few seasons.
No doubt. As a coach, you're tasked to work with what you got, develop the talent as best you can, and try to go out there and win games. But it's been tough going for the Braves. Eagles on the opposite end of the spectrum. High expectations for Coach Fox and the gang here, coming off the sectional championship in 22. We got the horn back out there tonight. There and ready to go.
You ought to hear that a few times.
I think so. That's what I suspect. I suspect the Eagles patiently waiting to take the field here at Eagle Stadium. And here come the Eagles. Taking the field, high-fiving all the youth players, fireworks in the background. Eagles gather at the 50-yard line for their pregame hype. Columbia City Eagles wearing their classic gold helmets, maroon jersey, gold numerals, black outline, gold pants, maroon piping down the side with Eagles in gold. Bellmont in their away whites, blue helmets, white jerseys, blue numerals, and plain blue, dark navy blue pants for the Braves. No black tonight for the Eagles, going for kind of a classic look. Down goes the inflatable eagle, and here come the captains. Eagles are captained by Grayson Bradbury, Zach Berry, Cashew Hair, Sam Bean, and Stratton Fuller. And in the midfield for the coin toss here, and we'll get underway. Definitely be interested to see here if the Eagles can open up their playbook a little bit, try some things, maybe some different things. Obviously, we're a run-heavy offense, but have aired the ball out definitely a little bit recently against Plymouth for sure. So it'll be interesting to see if we put the ball in the air or if we go up and try to run the ball more. Definitely a windy night as well.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty interesting to see what happens and see if Stratton gets doubled tonight. If he does,
yeah, he's either going to have to double him, you think.
It's going to open up scoring opportunities for other players.
Right. Surprisingly, Stratton had a lot of green grass to run versus Plymouth. He got lost in coverage. I kept saying, I don't know how you lose 43 in coverage, but for some reason they did. And with that speed, a lot of team speed on the Columbia City side of the ball. They can take advantage of it, especially if Stratton double team Faust over on the other side.
Yeah, I mean, Faust is a fantastic receiver as well.
Right.
It's a good duo.
Definitely. Starters played pretty much the whole game versus Plymouth, as Plymouth kind of didn't crawl back into it, but kept it at a decent score. Would also be nice, in these first few games to get some other guys some playing time. But obviously, you start out, you go for the throat, send your starters out. Obviously, try to put up a lot of points tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looks like the Bellmont Braves are going to kick off to the Eagles. Back deep for the Eagles. Looks like we're going to have two, Stratton Fuller, obviously, and I believe Gavin Smith. Back deep for the maroon and gold. And the kicker for Bellmont, 22, Jack Ream. Sandstorm blaring throughout the stands. Typical music of choice for kickoff as the student section's hopping, and we're about ready for kickoff here at Columbia City High School. Jack Ream and the ball.
Yeah, a little wind down there.
Yeah, it's definitely windy. That could definitely play a factor in the kicking game as well as the passing game, so they reset it. I think if it falls off again, they'll have to have somebody hold it, but it's kind of blowing in the wind, so we'll try again. Jack Ream set to kick off and get the game underway. Ream sets toe to leather, and we're underway at Eagle Stadium. Parrish, Trace Parrish fields the short kick. Had some green grass, split the middle of the field up near the 47-yard line. Good return from Parrish there. A little bit of a squib kick. And the Eagles have the ball. Almost to Bellmont territory already. Great starting field position as Bradbury and the Eagles trot out for their first drive on offense for the night. We'll see what the Eagles line up in. Got Fuller out wide. And our typical wing offense set to go. Fazio and Smith, the H-backs. Bradbury looks hands off to Parrish, up the middle. Parrish with more green grass, the 40, 35, tackled down near the 34-yard line. Big gain there for the Eagles as they gash the Bellmont defense for the first play of the game. Gain of
O-line opened up a huge hole.
Oh, yeah, great blocking there for the O-line. As the Eagles are running, hurry up. Bradbury gets to the center quick, puts Smith in motion, hands off to Smith on the end around. Smith catches the sideline at the 30, towards the 20, pass tackled down past the 15-yard line. Another big play for the Eagles there, as I suspect they'll probably keep the ball on the ground.
Yeah.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Eagles hurrying up again, 27 on the clock. Snaps it, Bradbury rolls out to his right, looks to Fuller. Fuller in the corner of the end zone, touchdown. Eagles. Bradbury connects with Fuller for the 15-yard touchdown pass. As Eagles light up the scoreboard early, and there goes the horn.
Well, again, too,
Wow is right.
Like, they didn't double Stratton, single coverage. Bradbury saw it, and there you go.
Yep.
You're not going to keep that kid in front of you.
Mm-hmm. Coach Fox loves to roll Bradbury both ways and get him out of the pocket, and definitely run pass there. Definitely had the Bellmont defense guessing. You didn't know what was coming, and whatever it was going to work. As Johnson boots the PAT through. 7-0 Eagles, 11:21 left in the first quarter here.
It's a quick drive.
Quick drive. We get a quick sound of the horn, and 7-0 early Eagles. 39 seconds into the game.
Yeah.
Quick scoring drive, and the Eagles right there, 53 yards, I believe, 3 plays. Touchdown drive. Great start as the fight song's playing. We'll look at our underwriters. Tonight's broadcast is sponsored by First Fleet. First Fleet operates dedicated trucking operations in Bluffton, Fort Wayne, Butler, and Three Rivers, Michigan. First Fleet hires industry-leading CDLA drivers dedicated for home nightly positions. First Fleet is proud to support the Eagles and Columbia City High School. First Fleet can be found at www.firstfleetinc.com. As we're just moving right along here, the Eagles trot back out. I believe that's, Jackson Johnson set to kick off. Back deep for the Braves. We have 7, Cole Barger, freshman, a young Bellmont team. A lot of freshmen on varsity. Need the numbers. And the ball.
Trash cans are blowing over down there. It's
trash cans,
windy.
the Eagle, the ball, it is. They were saying the wind was supposed to die down at 7, but these wires in front of us are saying otherwise.
Well, that flag is headed straight south.
Mm-hmm. Kicking into the wind.
Filbury one again.
They're going to have to hold it, You definitely, if you win the toss, you do want to make sure you set it up correct, so you're kicking with the wind in any game, just to make sure if it comes down to a kick or kickoffs that you're able to get the most on that ball you can. So, not really sure who won the toss, or they don't really say. I don't know, Mike, but Fuller's going to hold there for Jackson Johnson, so we can kick it off. Might have to do this all night. And Johnson kicks it, short to the 35. Muffed there by Mason White, but he recovers up near the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Braves here.
You can see this Eagles defense now.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Led by both McIntoshes, Barry, Fuller out there, Faust out there, Smith, and Garrett Shepard, and a couple other big D line as well. So it's a talented group.
It is.
Excited to see them play tonight. I imagine Bellmont runs the ball quite a bit. Looks like they're lining up in a I formation here. Interesting. Quarterbacking Bellmont is number 12, Easton Curtis, as they hand off there, and nothing really going.
No, swallowed up.
Swallowed up by the Eagles. Great word. Great way to put it. Gain of about 1 yard. McIntosh to the tackle. He's always all over the field. Both of them are just always calling his name.
How cool. Both brothers playing side by side. It's awesome.
That is awesome, for sure. Looks like is at 20, Likens, the back, as they put Residents in motion, but we have a flag on the field. False start. Oh, encroachment on the Eagles. Offsides on the Eagles. I thought they were going to call illegal motion of some sort, but looks like the Eagles jumped. So helping out the Braves there. Moved up to the 40, just past the 40-yard line of Bellmont. Second down and 5. Braves send 2 receivers out wide to the close side, 1 out, 2 out to the far side with the slot receiver as well. They're going from the shotgun, spreading us out as Curtis drops back to pass, incomplete over the middle. And we're going to have 3rd down and 5 for the Bellmont Braves. Offense coordinator sends in the play to Curtis. Huddle. A little bit of a pro-style offense here. Most of these teams we play are running similar offenses to us with the wing and options, and they're spreading us out here. Dropping back and passing, I imagine, here. Curtis takes the snap, looks to his right, finds Oliver Whirling right near the marker. First down, Bellmont. Nice little out route, pass and catch, and they get the first down. If you have somebody that can throw the ball, then why not run that offense?
Got the wind behind you.
Yeah, the wind and adapt to your personnel. I feel like last time they were here a couple of years ago, they were definitely run heavy with a former running back as a coach, but it seems like Curtis can sling it a little bit. Curtis under center, fakes, hands off, and then get counters to Whirling for about a gain of 1 yard. Looks like they have Whirling playing a little bit of fullback position, and Likens playing H-back or running back there, and give it to either guy. Definitely a pro-style type of offense. And they're going to spread us out again here. 4 receivers in a back as Curtis in the shotgun. Snap to Curtis, looks to his left to Residents, and there's a flag on the play as Bean was in on the coverage.
Holding.
No pass interference call, as we thought, but we're going to call holding on the Braves. The flag is behind the line of scrimmage. The official checking with Coach Fox whether he wants the penalty. They're going to decline it. Yeah, to create 3rd down rather than replay 2nd down and a loss of yards. So Coach Fox confidence that his defense will not allow 9 yards here and can get off the field and force a Bellmont punt. As Bellmont hurries to the line, Curtis from the shotgun, Likens to his left side as they forgot to pick up the flag. Now they got it. Resets. Once again, they're running the same formation. 4 receivers with 2 slots. Curtis steps back, double take, and it looks like he's going to be sacked in the backfield by a swarm of Eagles just everywhere. He rolled out to his left and was met by about 4 Eagle tacklers. I don't know who you give the sack to there, but we also have an injured Eagle down the field, holding his left knee. Not sure who it is, but yeah, doesn't look good. always hope it's a cramp or something, but that's not what this one looks like. I can't tell who it is. Definitely somebody who's on the sack there. I wouldn't even say 4. I'd say about 5 Eagles there. Maybe a lot of half sacks around there. I don't know how that works. Give everybody a 5th exactly. Definitely half a sack for at least 2 of them. So I don't know how you stat that one over there, Coach Grube and Coach Garrison. But as we said, we have an Eagle down on the field, and we'll take a timeout here and read a couple more underwriters while we wait. So WJHS is brought to you by Morse's Builders Mart, located at 516 East Van Buren Street in Columbia City, with locations at Huntington, Wabash, Warsaw, Goshen. Online at morsesbuildersmart.com, serving Northeast Indiana since 1871. WJHS is also brought to you in part by EduStaff. Schools in your local community are experiencing a shortage of substitute teachers in local classrooms. EduStaff is seeking candidates for employment within partnering schools. More information can be found at edustaff.org. That's edustaff.org. 95. Let me check here. Good call. Yeah, Avery, is that Freemian? Transfer, I believe. I could be wrong. But good player. I stumbled upon his Twitter. I think he's getting some D1 looks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a new name for me.
Yeah, I believe that's a transfer, so that'd be a big loss for the Eagles D-line there.
Well, it looks like he's hobbling off still.
Yeah, exactly. Walking off under his own power, so we'll see if he comes back out. But for now, we're subbing in and ready to play football here once again as Bellmont obviously going to punt here. Gavin Krull set to punt. Fuller and Faust back deep to return as it's punted out of bounds on the far sideline. The official's going to spot it near the Eagles' 29-yard line. Eagles take over here, 1st and 10. Once again, 7-0. Eagles lead, 8:37 left in the first. And the band taking their turn.
So you have a heavy dose of run here, I'm assuming.
I think you're right, Brandon, but we will definitely see. It's definitely a dual threat offense here. The run set up the pass last drive, so I'm expecting more of the same. Definitely some run plays coming up here. And a flag just before the snap there. I'm guessing it's going to be on the Eagles. Oh, never mind. I was wrong. It's on Bellmont. Offside on the Braves. Braves not doing themselves any favor there.
No, it makes it 1st and 5.
Yep. Setting us up. Officials counted off. And the ball, on their own 34-yard lines. 1st and 5, as Coach Marshall said. Bradbury under center. Takes the snap, puts Fuller in motion. Fake to Fuller. Hands off to Parrish up the middle yet again. Parrish past the 50, 45, taken down just past the Braves' 40-yard line. Another big game.
Yeah, Tucker Reed was leading that block. Parrish just ran him right over.
Good call there. Tucker Reed paves the way for the 6'1" junior Parrish. As Eagles hurrying up again, getting a lot of plays in so far. Bradbury snaps, hands off to the opposite side of Fazio. Fazio taken down after a gain of about 4 yards on the handoff as we have another flag. A lot of laundry so far. We suspect a holding call.
Talking it over.
Talking it over, like you said. They are going to call holding against the Eagles to move the ball back. Kind of a momentum killer there. A couple big runs so far by the junior Parrish. And even on first and 10, Fazio getting you 3-4 yards. You'll take that every day of the week. But the Eagles are going to be backed up at the hands the holding penalty. Has been a very positive start for the Eagles, but I would say the penalties are definitely one thing Coach Fox mentioned to get cleaned up here. The pre-snap penalties of false starts, especially. And the Eagles are back to the line of scrimmage. Fazio in motion. Bradbury hands off yet again to Parrish. Parrish stumbling past the 35-yard line. Another big gain. Gain of about 10 there. Gets it all back and then some to the Braves' 35-yard line. Parrish been really good tonight so far.
He's been fantastic.
But another flag. Didn't see that one fall in, but they are calling. He wants the clock reset.
Okay.
Play clock, and they picked up the flag. It must have just fallen out, and that's why they had to reset the clock. And Bradbury back under center. Fazio in motion this time. Once again, handoff to the H-back. Parrish.
He's going to go.
He's going to go all the way to the house. 10-5. Touchdown. Trace Parrish as the Eagles tack on 6 more points. Outstanding.
And how about that offensive line?
Oh, yeah.
Just opening holes.
Parting the sea, and Parrish is running right through it. Feed the hot hand, and that's what Coach Fox is doing there. As the fireworks go off, as we have Uhair, Barry, and Jackson Johnson on the operation here for the PAT. As the snap, the hold, the kick is good for the Eagles. The score, Columbia City 14, Bellmont nothing, right?
Yes, yeah,
okay.
That's right.
Yeah, there we go.
Wrong.
Okay, that's like where we get a field goal from. All right, 7:36 left in the first quarter of play as the Eagles and Braves both gather up their special teams units to go back out for the kickoff. Hot start for the Eagles, as we expected. Have to be happy with that start, running the ball. Fuller gets the first touchdown, and then Parrish with the next, which is pretty fitting the way Parrish has been playing
he's like
early
a
in this
train.
game.
He's just going.
Yeah, he's hard to bring down. The Bellmont defense having all sorts of trouble tackling the junior, but I imagine we'll see some more Trace Parrish tonight. A little bit of a slow-moving game so far. A lot of flags and a lot of stoppages after touchdowns. So, be good to see the Columbia City defense come back on the field here. Jackson Johnson yet again set to kick off. Back deep for the Braves. Per usual, Cole Barger. And the ball falls over again. We might just want to send somebody up to hold it every time at this point. And we are going to send
Tanner Ellis.
Yep, Tanner Ellis. There you go. Guessing he plays some quarterback for the JV team. And some special teams on Friday nights. And now we'll kick off here. We need to keep a tally of how many times the ball falls over. Johnson makes this slow approach. Good kick. Straight down the middle of the field. Split the hash in half as Barger shakes and bakes near the 19-yard line. Hard hit from McIntosh. Ethan, that is. He came up with the ball even, but there's a flag on the field after that one. And, yeah, they're going to call it on the – it came in right as the hit.
Yeah, it did.
But they're calling
holding? I can't see.
Blocking the back.
Blocking the back?
Yeah, he initially called holding and then changed it. You're right, TK. Blocking the back.
Well, McIntosh lit him up.
Yeah, he did. I would not want to be on the receiving end of that hit.
Yeah.
My goodness. So that'll back him up. Well, did it?
There they go.
Now they're going to back him up to the spot of the foul, I'm guessing. There we go. Looked like they just kind of tried to run up there and run the play before they moved him back. So now we're good. Starting from their own 9-yard line, the Braves offense, not a good recipe for success, starting backed up near your own goal line, especially not with how this game has gone thus far. Nonetheless, we continue on here. Curtis under center, I formation, sends a receiver motion, takes the snap. Looked like they gave it to Likens on the play. Run up the middle, gain him a couple. Second and 8 for the Braves. 7:04 left in the quarter. Braves break the huddle. Curtis from the gun. They're going in their typical 4-receiver look. Likens set up to his left. Curtis claps and snaps. Rolls out, drops back, and rolls to his left. Tries to throw on the run. It slips out. I think they're going to call it an incomplete pass there as he just lost the handle.
He did. Yeah, he went to throw it and just kind of slipped right out of his hands.
Did not look comfortable rolling to his left and throwing there, but has looked pretty solid out of the pocket, but just slipped. Happens. So now we're setting up 3rd and long here for the Braves. Gavin Krula to the closest side to us, a 6'2 senior. Looks like he could be. Yep, Stratton Fuller's going to match up against him. I'm guessing they're looking his way. They did look his way, but a miscommunication there as Curtis's pass falls incomplete, intended for, I'm thinking, Krul, but definitely, ran the wrong route, or the quarterback was expecting something else. So Belmont's going to send out their punt unit. Rough start. Krul is also the punter. Back deep, definitely looks like a receiving threat if they can get him the ball.
Faust and Fuller back.
Faust and Fuller back, correct. And you don't want it in either of their hands, but they kick it over Faust's head. He catches it on a 1-hop and spins out across to the 40-yard line of Bellmont. Fielded about the Eagles 40, got it back to the 40 of Bellmont, so a good return there, about 20 yards. And the Eagles start their drive in Bellmont territory and try to add to that score. Eagles have moved extremely fast tonight with tempo. Obviously on a really hot night, takes a toll on the defense, but tonight's pretty chilly. So
it is.
And you would not expect that in the first week of September. But nonetheless, the Eagles moving quick and have definitely kept Bellmont on their heels thus far tonight. Bradbury under center, Fazio in motion. Fakes to Fazio, Bradbury steps back, throws it over the middle of the field to Fuller at the 20-yard line. A leaping grab by the senior superstar. First down, Eagles.
What a catch by Stratton.
Great catch. Not many receivers make that play.
No.
30-yard gain on the play.
That 40-inch vertical sure helps.
That was a great catch. And he was heavily guarded by the Bellmont defense there.
Yes.
He was definitely guarded tight. Must be nice as a quarterback. Bradbury there does hand off to Fazio this time in the play setup to the right side. Touchdown Eagles. Fazio untouched to the right side of the end zone. Off goes the horn and points add to the board for the Eagles offense yet again. Another quick drive, 2 plays, 40 yards. And the fireworks. Leach might run out tonight.
Very well could.
Because the Eagles are lighting up the scoreboard as they send out their PAT units. Once again, Uhair, Barry Johnson, snap, hold, kick is good. 21-0, Columbia City. 5:58 left in the first. That clock is not ticking very much.
Yeah, I had to double take to make sure it was still the first.
Is it? Yeah, I did too. Yeah, yeah, it feels like it should be. But it has been a long first quarter so far. as we'll take a look at a couple more underwriters here. We've had a lot of time to read them. WJHS is brought to you in part by Moo Over Ice Cream Shop's Dangerous Unicorn Explosion. I'm always telling T-Bird he needs to try that explosion, whatever that is. It's a strawberry shake, all topped with whipped cream, sprinkles, strawberries, Oreo cookie, and cone stuffing. Moo Over offers handmade desserts from scratch. Moo Over is a plant-based ice cream shop for those who have a dairy-sensitive food allergy or want a more healthy option. Moo Over offers a variety of family sundaes, soft-serve, gluten-free, nut-free, sugar desserts that pair with ice cream. Moo Over Ice Cream Shop, located right in downtown Columbia City, and can be found online for location and flavor updates. As we're already back, Sandstorm playing, and Johnson set to kick off yet again.
Wind is starting to lie down a little bit.
It's a good sign. Temps probably dropping. We'd imagine it could be a chilly night here. High of 66 today. It's definitely not complaining. Much better than the 100-degree weather we've been having.
Yeah.
Definitely odd for this time of year. And the ball falls off.
Too soon.
Yeah, we tried. It does look like it has died down, though, but man, it was definitely windy during warm-ups and still windy during the game thus far. But looks like we're having Ellis hold again, huh?
Yeah.
Per usual, might as well just send him out right away, but Eagles set to kick off. Johnson hits the kick to the left side. A great kick.
Great kick.
It's going to roll.
Stop.
It stops right at the 1-yard line. Barry tracking down. I'm going to give Barry the tackle there on the return man, Cole Barger. Barry yanks him out of bounds there near the 7-yard line. Great coverage, great kick.
Yeah, I think he expected that to go in the end zone, and that ball died right on the one.
Yeah, and then you got to pick it up there. So obviously you're hoping that it rolls there and get the ball at the 25, but you can't draw it up any better than that. He stung that ball, and it went sideways, almost like a little bit of a curveball or a helicopter slider. Yeah. A helicopter. It did. But he squared it up, and that's what you want to see out of your special teams unit there.
Yeah.
I mean, you backed them up again, back-to-back drives starting at their 9 and 7-yard line. Not ideal for Nick Hall and the Bellmont offense as they're going to go under center. Makes sense, this close in the I formation, but they're going to go play action there, but the ball falls harmlessly to the ground as Curtis's pass intended for Kroll, incomplete, just overthrown over the middle there. So, and we have a flag after the play on sportsmanlike conduct. Illegal man down, my bad. Good call.
Where's the ball?
Illegal man downfield.
He just threw it.
But the head official going over to talk to Coach Fox after calling a flag on the Braves. But, okay, he just needed an explanation, looks like. I don't know.
Is he going to decline it second down?
Yeah, maybe that was ineligible man downfield on the Braves. Penalties declines. That's what the discussion was. So he wants it to get to second down, which it would have been half the distance to goal. So I agree with the decision there from a game management perspective.
Absolutely.
Especially with the way the Eagles defense has been playing. Braves still on the 7, and they're going to run the same formation. It's a new quarterback, though. Will Franz in the game now at quarterback. Hands off to the right side to Barger. Likens. Gain of 2 yards in the play.
Freeman on that tackle.
Freeman on the tackle. Good call. Bellmont runs the right side. Not much going. Third down. The new quarterback, Will Franz, breaks the huddle. And they're going to go out of the gun here. Likens on his right hip, 4 wide yet again. Likens drops back. Barry in the blitz. Yep. Floats it up to his receiver on the right side, on the outside, which was whirling as the ball falls incomplete. You're right. Barry with the blitz there forced an early pass, which third and medium, third and long there. Yeah, laid a good hit on the quarterback, and ball falls to the ground. So the receiver wasn't hardly looking. So definitely forced an early throw. Good call there. Dial up the pressure by Coach Clark. Another punt.
Stratton and Tyler back.
Yep.
Throwing Faust.
Faust had a good 20-yard return last time. Obviously, their game plan is to keep it out of the hands of 43. Blocked and recovered by McIntosh. Block by Braden Elkins. Recovered by Ethan McIntosh. Touchdown Eagles. Wow.
Unbelievable. That was insane. A block punt, and McIntosh catches it in the end zone. Unreal.
You probably won't see that again.
No.
Yeah, Braden Elkins gets a big paw, both paws up there, hits it with one hand. Ball ricochets straight up into the air. McIntosh leaps and grabs it. It's not even a scoop and score.
It's a catch. He just caught
it. It's a catch.
Unreal.
It never touched the ground. It went from foot to hand to McIntosh's belly, and now they're something else's. Hell, Coach Fox is honked. Whoa. How is it? They're called, what do you say, TK? Holding. How do you have a holding on a punt where you are receiving the punt? And we never got the punt in the hands of the return man. Who's holding who? At the line?
The hold?
I don't know. That's why I think Coach Fox is upset. So it has completely flipped the play. I never saw a flag. A great play reversed.
Unbelievable.
It is. It really is. Unfortunate. Unbelievable.
That's too bad for McIntosh and Elkins.
Just a fun play. Just a cool play and a well-earned play by the Eagles, getting through Elkins to block that punt and McIntosh recovering it.
Oh, it's just disappointing.
Yeah, to get that taken away and bail out the Bellmont Braves there, just with a flag like that. I understand if it's a long return or something and there's an obvious hold, but I didn't see it, but that's just not a typical play that you call a hold. So a little surprising there, but Belmont's going to keep the ball back on offense. A holding penalty gave them a first down, which, I guess an offsides penalty wouldn't. It'd be a 5-yard, but since it was holding, it does give. You don't have that much on. Never. But we do have Will Franz back at quarterbacking, and he hands off to Likens. Likens along the far side, taken down with a minimal gain by Faust. Yeah, the cornerback on the tackle. Textbook there, gain of 1.
Man, that holding call. Good night.
Yeah. Especially if it was a close game. Obviously, either way, it stinks. But if it was, I don't understand that. That would have really detrimental if it would have been.
Yes.
But still, it takes away a touchdown off the board. I think the Eagles earn. It's Franz, shotgun, takes the snap, looks to his left, fires it, incomplete. Intended for Resendez. That's how you say it. Hit his left hand and skipped out of bounds onto the Bellmont sideline. 3rd down and 9 for the Eagles. See if the Eagles dial up another pressure here, either from a linebacker or cornerback. We'll see. I wouldn't be shocked if they did. We'll see, though, as Barry and Fuller to the close side, Faust in the far side, guarding the receivers 3 wide. As Franz fires deep over the middle of the field, intercepted by Gavin Smith at the 40, running up past the 35-yard line. Smith with the INT.
It was a matter of time. I mean, we had their receivers just guarded every pass play, and it was just a matter of time before that happened.
Yep. Dropped everybody back into coverage, rushed 4, and it paid off. As a passing down there. A little bit of a shaky quarterback play so far by the Braves, switching quarterbacks during the first quarter. Eagles take advantage. Smith with the INT. 2 turnovers in 1 drive. You don't see that every day. And the Eagles offense back on the field. Grayson Bradbury under center. Hands off to Fuller. On the reverse, Fuller out towards the left side. Past the 30, 25, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown! Stratton Fuller, 35-yard touchdown run. Eagles up big. 27.
Just adding to that scoring record, isn't he?
He is. That's what I was thinking too. Last weekend he said it, and it's going to be hard to break
It's going to be
because
tough.
he's got a lot more football left as an Eagle. We've seen this operation 3 times before. It's a solid operation for high school level. College teams wish they could have something this crisp. Not to jinx it. Let's see as, oh my, it's good still. He sent another helicopter through the uprights, but that was kicked hard, and Eagles up 28-0, 3:45 left in the first. Holy moly. Wow.
I mean, the Braves just can't, they can't do anything.
No.
I mean, we're just swallowing them up when they run. We have all the receivers covered.
Yeah, as a coach, I mean, unfortunately, all of us as coach have been in a situation like this where you just don't have answers. And unfortunately for the Braves, it's been more times than not throughout the last few years. And with the Eagles, like we said, just, able to get some backups in here. Not yet, but soon, I'd imagine. And maybe, but we'll see. Obviously, you want to get your guys reps, too, as we head into the second half of the season.
Yeah, I would think that maybe
the first half.
After probably the third quarter, we'll probably start to see some guys.
Yeah, especially with not many, with Plymouth not getting a ton of guys in. Busco was able to, but, then you hit that stretch of your schedule where, you got to make sure your starters are ready to go and win those big conference games versus Leo, New Haven, Norwell, East Noble.
Yes. Yeah, Huntington North.
Huntington North as well, homecoming. TK's been playing Sandstorm on repeat tonight. We've about been Sandstormed out. But the student section's still jumping because, it's Hawaiian night, and they got their floaties, their masks on. Not their COVID masks, but their scuba masks. Their snorkels. And yet again, we have another kickoff here as Dawson Andrews on the return, swallowed up by the Eagles special teams unit. Another big hit by Ethan McIntosh at the 28-yard line.
Yeah.
That dude lays the lumber.
Yeah, then RJ Ferris came in from the left side and just walloped him too. Jeez.
My goodness, RJ too. He can hit as well.
He can.
He plays a significant amount on defense and special teams. We saw him in the Busco game. He played very well. I didn't even have a pick. As Bellmont trots out yet again. Fran's still at quarterback. I formation. Single receiver to the far side. And they hand off to Likens, swallowed up by the Eagles D-line, gain of 1 yard.
32, quarterback and drive for stop. Ball out to 32, 2nd and 9.
A lot of people tuning in here. David Peterson tuning in the broadcast. Thanks for joining. Karsten White tuning in, and Tori as well. Thanks for listening to the broadcast from Bloomington. C. Miller chiming in. All right. Thanks for the kind texts. And we're back underway here. Likens takes the handoff again, drop down, gain of 3 yards. Back to the 35-yard line on the handoff. 3rd down and 6 to go. Third and medium here as Whirling runs in to sub late. The fullback. As we have another change at quarterback. Curtis is in now. And just a botched play there as they hand it off to Likens. Looked like he tried to counter to
tried to
Whirling.
counter.
Yeah, and didn't go as planned. And there's also
Another flag.
a flag on the field. Illegal shift. Bellmont. Penalties decline, and we're going to 4th down and expecting the Bellmont punt team. It looks like they're just rotating quarterbacks at this point.
Yeah.
And, you know, I could see why, definitely. And they're going to punt. Probably sent Cruel back there, yep. And I bet they punt. It's blocked to the right side, or left side, correction, the far side to Faust, keeping it out of the dangerous hands of Stratton Fuller as Lewis Fuller lines up his son.
Oh,
And they
wow,
kicked it
that was
quick to Faust. Faust bobbles it around for a second, but is up and running towards the near sideline. 45, 50, down past the Bellmont 45-yard line on the Eagles sideline. Faust just, they keep it out of Fuller, but Faust just had a ton of room to run there as he caught it near the far sideline of Bellmont.
Bellmont punted that ball super fast. I mean, our guys weren't even set.
Yeah.
Like, they were still trying to get back in position.
I did not even see the kick. I saw the ball fly through the air.
Yeah.
So, Eagles with great field position yet again. Good punt.
Was
Didn't have the coverage, you know. As we're set up here, 45-yard line, 43-yard line of Bellmont. 1st and 10. Bradbury under center with his usual backs, Smith, Fazio, and he's going to hand off to Fazio on the end around to the far sideline. Fazio shakes and bakes, stumbles across the 35 to the 33-yard line. Good gain on 1st down, close to the marker.
you got 9 there.
Yep, 9-yard gain.
Might have got 1st down.
Yeah, it's close. Yep, just shy of the
Just
1st
shy.
down. If I was a betting man, I'd probably bet that Parrish might get the ball here as they're going to sub out Fazio, give him a rest, and Barry in an H-back. I bet they hand off to, I'm trying to be Tony Romo here, but I bet they hand it off to Parrish. We'll see, though. Nope, they didn't. They handed off to Barry.
Oh,
And Barry showing off some agility and speed. Couple juke moves there, tackled near 22-yard line for the 1st down. And Barry trots off. He did his job. They have been doing that recently. Barry also takes reps at quarterback, but they've been moving him. He's mainly on the defensive side of the ball, but also running back as Bradbury snaps it quick. Hands off to Smith. Smith evades one defender, taken down by 2 defensive linemen of the Braves. 1 or 2 yard gain.
Second down 8.
Let this clock run. Start 2nd.
Looks like the Eagles are going to run one more play as Fazio in motion. Fakes to Fazio. Bradbury drops back. Fuller in the right corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. Nice pass by Bradbury there.
That was a dime.
Tight spiral. Hit Stratton in stride as he trots in near the Y in City and puts up the 5th. Oh, Ryan Trishman on the stats there. New first quarter scoring record for the Eagles in a quarter all time. So, wow. That's impressive.
Yes, it is.
And Johnson boots it through. 35-0. Correction. No good. It looked good. Never mind. 34-0. We already have the scoring record, so we didn't need that.
That's impressive.
So, definitely. And it's the first quarter, so you're not calling off the dogs because you got to keep playing.
Yeah, your guys, you have to play your guys.
Exactly.
I mean, like I said, second half, it's a different story, but this first half.
It's the first half.
Your guys
it's
gotta
no
play.
different than basketball, no different than baseball.
Right.
You keep going. Late in the game, sure, but
Yep.
you play the game the right way, you play the game hard. That's all you can do. And we're moving quick here. Special teams units. We'll see if the ball stays on the tee this time. That's been our entertainment on the kickoffs. Will the ball stay? We could put some FanDuel and DraftKings bets on that. Like you do in the Super Bowl. What's the coin toss going to be?
Jackson Johnson.
Wow. 34-0, 12 seconds left in the quarter.
There's a bug on my camera.
Belmont would
Catherine, take the jacket.
just be
Your
happy to
hands.
get out of this quarter without anything else going wrong. Johnson boots it deep. That's going to be caught
How fast
by
can
Cole
you
Barger
turn this
as he
thing?
runs towards the near sideline, taken down by Barry, pushed out of bounds at the 20-yard line of Belmont. First to 10, Braves. I imagine one play here, unless it's an incompletion. But if I were them, I'd run the ball and regroup and see where to go from there. Take the quarter break, get out of Dodge. Really good halftime. The ball didn't fall off there. The flag is not whipping as hard. So there's that update. Kissinger's just skedaddled off. I don't know where he went. Huh. He went somewhere.
Houston Curtis back in at quarterback for the Braves.
Curtis, so yeah, it's kind of like a spring game, rotating drives at this point. Eagles sideline having a little bit of fun.
Sorry, my mom's texting me.
Up
Mom,
big.
stop.
Curtis back, I formation, hands off to Likens. Likens straight up the middle, met by Smith and a couple other Eagles.
Kevin Smith.
Second down.
My mom says she can hear me in the background.
324 yards.
The old record for most points in a quarter was 2021 versus Angola, 28, it looks like. Thanks, Coach Garrison, for the stat update from the program. As we've reached the end of the first quarter, the score, Columbia City 34, Belmont nothing. And it's T-shirt time. They're tossing T-shirts into the stands. All right, good deal with a T-shirt can and everything. So everybody having a little bit of fun here at the quarter break. But it's time for some more underwriters. We did the Unicorn Explosion last time, T-Bird's favorite. Now back to other things. Boys basketball is not in season, so we'll skip that one. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Flowtech Plumbing and Heating. For emergencies, Flowtech is open 24 hours. Flowtech is offering heating, cooling, plumbing for residential, commercial, and industrial. 0% financing available. More information can be found at flowtechpnh.com. Flowtech can be reached by phone at 260-248-2021. 21, back when the Eagles set the previous scoring record against Angola. I don't even remember. Oh, wait, that was a sectional opponent. That's why. I was going to say, wait, I was thinking Angola. That was sectional.
Yeah.
I should remember that game.
Tell her she better not watch
He would be like, come on, you got to remember that. It was a sectional. 1994.
He's a wizard.
Yeah,
He is a wizard.
Yeah, he was telling me all about the state basketball run of the best game ever. It's, I don't even know, 1982. He was there. Above me. He's a wizard. That's a great way to put it. As Belmont, we switch sides of the field here. Belmont now going right to left from the press box. And we do still have Curtis at quarterback. I formation yet again. Counter there to Whirling. Taken down. Maybe a loss on the play by Ethan McIntosh, the linebacker, all over the field. And 3rd and 7.
And you
Still, oh, there's TK. He's throwing T-shirts. That's why he's down.
Oh.
Okay, that makes sense now. Should have ran the music for him while he was gone. He didn't know. And Bellmont trots back up to the line. 4 receivers, 1 back. And they've switched quarterbacks. They're keeping me on my toes. Wolf Rand's in, and he drops back. 2-step drop, connects with Whirling to the far side. A little out route, gain of 6.
Barry with the tackle there.
Yep, Barry, good coverage there. Tackle him short of the marker. That's what you got to do. 4th and 1.
What do you do?
I'd go for it. What do you got to lose, right? At this point, you're in your own territory, but you might get stopped. But yeah, you are deep, yeah. But I'd go for it, but everything I play is Madden, so they're going to stack the box. Eagles bring about 8 and run it right into it. I changed my mind.
Yeah, that's why
I would not go for it there if they're showing that. Maybe try and draw them off sides or pass or shotgun there, but you're running into a brick wall there. It's a mission that you're not going to accomplish. So I'm on your side now. Seeing that, you might draw up another short out route, or I'm not a football coach by any stretch, but we've seen enough of this game where, that wasn't pretty.
1st and 10 on 27.
Yeah, they're yet again giving us golden field position, and we're turning them to points every drive. 6 points. Every drive's been capped with a kick. As Bradbury on a trick play connects with Faust. Faust laterals to Parrish, but it was tipped. The lateral was tipped as Tucker Reed, not Parrish.
Yeah.
Correction, my mistake. Tucker, it's lateral to Tucker Reed, and he's tackled and pushed out of bounds up near the 3-yard line. That was another insane play, if you're listening and not watching on YouTube, as Bradbury snaps, hands off to Parrish up the middle, touchdown Eagles to cap off the trick play. I was thinking maybe they had some fake field goals or extra points in the playbook, but did not. That was a great trick play.
It was. Almost was disastrous there.
Almost a disastrous trick play, correct. That was going, obviously he still caught on the tip, but that might have went for 6 for sure if it wasn't tipped. If
absolutely.
it gets in his hands quick, as Johnson out for the PAT. Flag on the pre-snap, and that ball, encroachment, offsides on the Braves. So we'll move up half the distance, or they decline it, which, yeah, you're close enough. I mean, if you get any closer, it might be tricky.
Yeah.
Eventually, it did. The next play, you're right. Every drive went for 6 tonight. And Jackson's PAT attempt, I'll wait this time for the officials, is good. 41-0, Columbia City. I don't know what to say.
Man, it's just a beat down.
Yeah, it is.
It's not like, like Coach Fox is like doing it. I mean, he's just playing football and he's trying to do the right things. And
yeah, you can't fault the Coach Fox or the Eagles. They've done absolutely nothing wrong. They're playing the game, and then, like you said, in the second half, we'll get the starters, but the running clock doesn't start till the second half. So that's the
unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the issue on some games like this. We're looking at an all-time scoring record now at this point.
Yeah.
Let's be real here. Sandstorm. Here we go. All right, good deal. That's a good one too. Yeah, that's where you went. I was looking for him, like he disappeared. Then I saw you running down there. Once again, Hawaii night here for the student section. Good crowd tonight on a beautiful evening, maybe a little chilly. We're nice and comfortable here in the press box. Justin Daly alongside my partner Brandon Marshall here at Columbia City High School. On State Road 9, and the kick back into the end zone, crushed. Touchback. Braves start at the 20, 1st and 10. $41-0 Eagles. 10-13 left in the second. Not the first, because we got through that. I think I said first quarter about 10 times. Everybody's got all their timeouts left. No reason for the Eagles to be calling any right now. Not seen a game like this in a while. As Bellmont switches quarterbacks yet again, they're back to Franz. I formation, 3 receivers out as they hand off to a new running back. They put Logan Residez into running back. Takes the carry to the far side. Gain of 1. Barry on the tackle. Barry and McIntosh all over the field. Franz gets the play from the sideline and huddles up his teammates, and now we go. Going back to the I formation, same formation from first down. Puts Whirling in motion across the field, hand off to the fullback. That was on the carry. They put in some new players
49.
here. 49, good call. Putting in some JV players. Aiden Wemhoff on the carry. Gain of 2, 3rd and 7. Clock ticking, 9:08 left in the second. Bellmont taking it slow. And they're going to go from the gun here. 2 receivers on the close side, 1 on the far side. Snap back to Curtis. Curtis goes deep across, intended for Cruel, way overthrown. Incomplete. 4th down, punt it this time, I'm guessing. Punt unit comes out, and Fuller and Smith back to return.
Smith came out. So just Fuller back.
Oh, you're right. You have no choice. Kick it out of bounds or kick it to.
Oh, they kicked it right to him.
They kicked it right to him. Dangerous man. There he go. My. Just put the gunner, juked him out of his shoes.
Yeah.
He literally put him to turf.
He did.
And that was a clean juke move as Fuller returns up to the Bellmont 35. Every drive seems to start in Bellmont territory. 1st and 10 Eagles. Starter still in. Bradbury trots out. The senior quarterback. Committed to Butler for baseball. Good for us. Brandon Marshall, one of my assistant coaches and the JV head girls basketball coach. Bradbury hands off to Fuller. And Fuller has a lot of green grass in front of him on the left side. Spins across tackler. 10-5. Touchdown. Eagles. Stratton Fuller, 35-yard touchdown run.
Shake and bake and spinning and good
That's
night.
right. Some more clean moves from the senior receiver there.
Army commit.
That's right. Getting the ball in his hands in any way possible, whether it's the passing game or the running game there on the end arounds. Another Eagles touchdown. Uhair snaps to Barry. Barry lays down the football. Kick is up and good. 48-0. Columbia City, 8:24 left in the first half of play. Well, we said halftime, but at this point, it's pretty much 1 to 2 plays and scoring for the Eagles. Dominant performance.
Yeah, I think Coach Fox is going to stick to that. I think he's going to play his guys until the second half, and rightfully so.
Yeah, he pretty well sticks to what he believes in.
Yeah.
No, there you go. Yep, quarters, yeah. Right. That's a good point.
It was on. Yeah, my mom texted.
The JV guys have a game tomorrow, I assume, so they would be counted, as TK said, towards their quarters. So, like we said, we expect the starters to stay in and roll through the second quarter here. It's been taking a while, but we're moving right along. We'll see what Bellmont can do here. Johnson set to kick. Toe to leather. Back deep towards the goal line. Cole Barger runs to his right. Returns to midfield. Tackled by Corbin McIntosh there, the younger brother of Ethan, at the 15-yard line of Bellmont. 1st and 10. The Eagles seem to start in Bellmont territory, and Bellmont seems to start in Bellmont territory every drive, so it's not a good formula for success. It's not looking good for the Braves, and the Eagles send back out their defensive starters. It looks like it does make sense, though, guys that play both sides of the ball here. It looks like they're going to get Fuller a little rest as he's
right.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Getting some other guys some action that are second stringers right behind them, some older guys. That makes a lot of sense. Cohen creasing in at DB, getting some time, the junior. We have Curtis back in the game. Sorry, excuse me, Franz. I'm trying to keep track here.
Yeah,
you just never know.
No,
it changes based on the play. Handoff, far side, gain of 1. 2nd and 9. It is Franz. Likens was on the carry. As Likens subs out, and they sub in a couple new backs.
I think Busco was worse.
Shotgun, Franz steps back. Throws over the middle of the field, yet again overthrown by about 20 yards.
Yeah, I mean,
to Cruel. If they could just get him the ball.
Every pass to him has been 15 yards overthrown.
Yeah, I'm just, at some point, get a little closer, but yeah, I don't know that he's wide open, but he's definitely,
Well, he's a big target.
He's a big target, exactly. Yeah, just throw it up. Don't try to make it throw it up close to him and see if he'll come down with it.
You got creasing on him.
Creasing on him, yeah, so a little bit of a mismatch height-wise there rather than Fuller. I imagine they'll do some more of the same here as Curtis drops back, overthrown yet again. Fran's pass falls incomplete, intended for Mason White on the close sideline. 4th down. A little closer there, still uncatchable for the 6'2 sophomore. Big wide receiver targets on both sides. You'd think that if you get in their hands, they could make some plays potentially.
Yeah.
Just neither quarterback has been able to do that. Cruel punts it away, and it falls out of bounds. Short punts, barely across the Bellmont 30. About a
28.
16-yard punt, 17-yard punt. Not ideal for the Braves, and the Eagles take over 1st and 10. Trying to find. All right. And the Eagles put in Faust at quarterback. Am I off here? Yeah, Tyler Faust in at quarterback for the Eagles. Bradbury's night could be done, or they could be giving him a series off as Faust under center. Out of the wing is that Landon Atkins on the carry. Splits 3 defenders, taken down at the 9-yard line. Grabbed the back of his jersey. Atkins shot out of a cannon there. First down, Eagles.
I hear Faust is actually a really good quarterback.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and he's obviously a senior, but yeah, I mean we have some quarterback options. Bradbury can sling it, and yeah, Faust is big and tall, can see over that line, and great receiver, and so he'd be a great quarterback. We just haven't seen it. Faust snaps, hands back off to Atkins. Pretty much the exact same play. Atkins taken down near the line of scrimmage by Whirling. Thought Atkins was going to the house on the first run. As the Eagles chewing some clock here, which is definitely a good thing. They're gone away from the hurry up, obviously. Running some play clock down closer to 10 seconds each time. Faust under center yet again, expecting a run. Faust gets the snap, fakes to Fazio, off to Atkins, same play. Atkins spins into the end zone, touchdown Eagles. Landon Atkins, first touchdown of the night, 8-yard run. You know, that horn has got to be loud down there because it's loud up here. It's fun, but a lot of points.
54-0.
Running clock, obviously, second half. PAT unit back. They're getting their reps in. Plentiful reps for the special teams units. Snap, hold, kick is good. 55-0. C-City. Underwriters now open in Columbia City. The multi-county medical outreach clinic is a free clinic. They offer physical exams, health screenings, pap smears, chronic illness management, and more. Serving the general public, uninsured and underinsured too. The multi-county outreach clinic at 8085 West Connection Way, 260-564-1946. Tonight's broadcast is sponsored by First Fleet. First Fleet operates dedicated trucking operations in Bluffton, Fort Wayne, Butler, and Three Rivers, Michigan. First Fleet hires industry-leading CDLA drivers for dedicated home nightly positions. First Fleet is proud to support the Eagles in the Columbia City High School. First Fleet can be found at www.firstfleetinc.com.
This looks like a totally different special teams unit.
Yeah. McDivitt. Ellis about the only same one.
Yeah.
Which makes sense as he's a
right.
Obviously probably plays some special teams, potentially probably not a JV starter, I would imagine, on one side of the ball. And we have a new kicker. Tanner Friend, good call. Kicked a lot in middle school, I remember. Same with Johnson. Some familiar kickers here. And Friend kicks it off to the far left side to Cole Barger. Flag on the field. Barger taken down towards up near the 22-yard line. See what the flag is. He wants the clock rolling. Rightfully so. Usually you wouldn't, but hey, why not roll it? Just you make the rules, man. At this point, just why not? They're calling a flag. What do you call it? Targeting? I don't know if that's a high school. He made this targeting signal. He's calling. Okay, never mind. Well, called something on the Eagles, and quite see what that was. He put both his hands on his head. Illegal something.
Personal foul.
Personal foul.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I was thinking it was some sort of call where he ran out of bounds on his own or something, or I don't know. But yeah, personal foul. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, blow to the head. That was what he initially signaled. So Bellmont has the ball. Fran's still in at quarterback, or back in at quarterback. I can't remember. Snaps, hands off to Whirling on some sort of counter play. Tackled, 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8. Barry on the stop. Bellmont letting the clock trickle down. Just get to the locker room here. Get some fluids, regroup. See what you do in the second half. Fran's I formation, 3 receivers, hands off to the running back, Residence, and he's going to be tackled in the backfield. Loss. Third and long, as I would just run it here and get to the half.
Yeah.
As if you run one more play, you can run the clock and not have to punt it. So don't want to stop with the completion, or incompletion, excuse me, at this point. Franz, how it's pronounced. Franz complete to his H-back, number 24, Logan Residence. So he did complete the pass, minimal gain on the play. As the clock ticks down, as time expires on this tumultuous first half for Bellmont, 55-0 Eagles. We'll see if we can get some stats here. 55-0. See if we get some stats here. Obviously, some crazy stats from the Columbia City offense. That I am excited to see what we can.
Yeah, curious to see that.
Yeah, see what passing yards, rushing yards, receiving yards, individual and team. As once again, we've reached the end of the first half here. Score, Columbia City 55, Bellmont nothing. 15-minute halftime starts when both teams exit the field, and the officials signal start the clock. Huff checking in. Tumultuous first half. Great call. Thanks, Huff. Agree. See if Coach Garrison and Coach Rue bring the iPad over as the band coming out. Yeah, no problem. We'll get stats here momentarily. Beautiful night here. Sea City. Packed stands. Parking lot packed per usual. Lighter breeze now. Marching band out to perform. Laura Gaff, the director. They're always practicing. They put in a lot of hours. They're always out there at the parking lot near the baseball field. Long hours. Takes some commitment. Good job. Kudos to them. Everything's set up and squared away. Fans trickling down the stairs, grabbing some concessions at the half. Some nice new cup art over there. Football built on labor and love with the eagle and American flag. USA. Nice job by the football boosters. Always coming up with the cool cup art. Well, we have some more time for some more underwriters. WJHS is brought to you by Builders Marts, located at 516 East Van Buren Street in Columbia City, with locations in Huntington, Wabash, Warsaw, Goshen. Online at MorrisBuildersMart.com, serving Northeast Indiana since 1871. Tonight's broadcast is sponsored by First Fleet. First Fleet operates dedicated trucking operations in Bluffton, Fort Wayne, Butler, and Three Rivers, Michigan. First Fleet hires industry-leading CDLA drivers for dedicated home nightly positions. First Fleet is proud to support the Eagles and Columbia City High School. First Fleet can be found at www.firstfleetinc.com. This year's Columbia City Yearbook is being put together now. Collect the memories of this keepsake. See yourself in the photo for a limited time. Order and get an early bird discount. Last year we ran out, so get those yearbooks now. Reach out to CCHS or the yearbook class. Order now. Make sure to subscribe to WJHS Studios on YouTube. You'll get to see the latest games and student media projects. Search for WJHS Studios on YouTube. Tap the subscribe button. T-Bird would say whatever YouTube is. Pretty easy to use. You can watch the game and listen to us call it on the WJHS stream. What is the single game scoring record for CC? Good question, Coach McGehee. I do not know. I can look that up here soon. Let's see. That's for one season. Oh, wait. 62. It was done 3 times. Northwood 1969, DeKalb 2012, and Bellmont 2021. So we're going to get there, I would think. Good catch. Good call. I was wondering that earlier. So, yeah, I think we're going to get over 62. Don't quote me on that, but... already got the first quarter. Most points in the second quarter. I can't remember. That was 30 versus Carroll. I can't remember what we scored. No, we had to have been close. Most third quarter points. Most fourth quarter points. I need the stats, I think, soon. Let me check on those. Band playing their music. 62 points, all-time record, done 3 times. Nice song there. Look at it. Coach Kissinger's gifts. He has a lot of good Office, The Rock, Ron Swanson gifts on here. He's the man. Gift machine. There's all sorts of them. Justin Timberlake. Very nice. All right, I'm going to get the stats, and we'll be right back. All right, I got the stats. Thanks to Coach Barry, Coach Grube, and Coach Garrison in there for keeping these stats. Well, Bradbury didn't throw it much, but when he did, he was money. 4 of 4, 91 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks, no sacks. Ace the first half. I expect his day to be done now with the other Faustin at quarterback. Parrish with explosive, 5 rushes, 97 yards, 2 touchdowns, average of 19.4, long of 35. Fuller with 2 rush attempts, 69 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a 35-yard run. Atkins, 3 carries, 28 yards, 1 touchdown. Smith adds a couple carries, 2 carries, 21 yards. Fazio with 2 carries, 19 yards, and a TD. And Barry had the 1 carry for a first down, 11 yards. Fuller having a heck of a day per usual, 3 receptions, 66 yards, 2 touchdowns. Tucker Reed had the 1, credited with the 1 reception on the lateral from Faust. So the lineman getting in on the action, getting a little bit of love. 1 reception, 25 yards, no touchdowns. Johnson is 7 of 8 on PATs. Good numbers, though. I mean, he's had a lot to kick. Parrish been good on the kick return, 1 for 27 yards. Faust, 2 for 49 on punts. Stratton, 1 for 13. Defense. Defense wins championships. Corbin McIntosh has 5 tackles on the day. That might be Ethan McIntosh. I don't know. They might have mixed that up. That's okay. I think it was Ethan, but had to be Ethan. I don't know. Zach Berry, 2 tackles, 2 assists. Gavin Shepard, 3 tackles. RJ Ferris, 2 tackles. Freemion, before he got hurt, 1 tackle. Pettigrew, Firth Miller, Bean, also add-on tackles. We also have Gavin Smith with the INT. And we credit Freemion with the sack in the first quarter. First down, Columbia City 14, Bellmont 2. Columbia City has had no third or fourth down conversions because they haven't had any attempts. 0 for 0. 1 for 12 for Bellmont on third down and 0 for 1 on the fourth down when they ran the ball against that 8-man front. 336 passing yards, or total yards for the Eagles, 22 for Bellmont. 91 passing yards for the Eagles, 17 for Bellmont. Completions, 4 for 4 for the Eagles, 3 for 14 for Bellmont. Yards per pass, 22.8, 1.2. Rushing, 245 for the Eagles, 5 for Bellmont. And penalties, 3 for 33 for the Eagles, 2 for 20 yards for Bellmont. 1 turnover for the Braves, none for the Eagles. No fumbles lost. 25 minutes, 25 seconds time of possession for Columbia City, 15-37 for the Braves. Once again, thanks to Coach Grube, Coach Garrison, Coach Barry for the stats. Thanks to WJHS. We got Braden and Zeke in the high school at the station. And we have some workers right here in the booth with us helping out with the scoreboard and the YouTube operation. And Jordan Glaza for putting this together. So thank you to WJHS for helping us allow to run this broadcast of Columbia City football. That's the stats for you. I need to return the iPad so they can stat up the second half as we have 4:45 left remaining at halftime. We'll be right back. All right, I'm back. We did underwriters. We talked about the band. We did the stats. We've done it all. Really. Got some good pizza up here, portside pizza. And some brownies tonight. Some homemade brownies, cookies, the whole 9 yards, so they take care of us up here in the press box. I looked it up, and 62 points is the number to beat. been done 3 times. We're at 55. So Angola. No, sorry. Northwood, DeKalb, and Bellmont. Northwood 69, 1969. DeKalb 2012. Bellmont 2021. Huh? Mm-hmm. We expect to see the backups in the second half for the Eagles. Some JV players get some varsity action, and some second-string varsity players. Be good for them to get under the Friday night lights as the officials make their way back on to the playing field, as we're going to enter our 3-minute stretching period here shortly. Fans are sticking around here. Bellmont, obviously a long trek from Decatur, as the Eagles jog back onto the field. Well in control in this one. This is where you turn on shoe clock, or you get one of those friendly quits in Madden. Maybe not a friendly quit, maybe a concede, not a friendly quit. We got the ISMS Fantasy Football League up and running. TK joined us this year as an honorary member. 14 teams. That was a tough draft. You're always doing those mock drafts, those practice drafts. I was learning from you during those PD days. Yeah, hey, you helped me. I feel like we both had a decent draft. I accidentally took Brandon Ayuk, just drafted him randomly, but you know, it happens. Yeah, he's a good player, just. What's that? That's a good song. My House, Flo Rida. Remember I asked T-Bird if he was a Swiftie the other day, and he got all mad. How many times I have to tell you, I don't listen to country music. It's not country. It used to be. It used to be country, I guess. Dan Smith checking in. Dan and Andrea Smith. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning into the broadcast, Dan. That's right. Shout out to the ISMS Fantasy League. Brian, you're not in it. But still a shout out. And the Hockey League. You're in that one. I don't think so. No, we need some Taylor Swift, though, again. Keep the tradition alive. What's the song you play after wins? Is it Miley Cyrus? Yeah, that's a good one. Or All-Star. That's another one you play I like. That's a good one. Are we doing that football game again after homecoming, or is that might be? Yeah, I know. He organized it. Jungle Gym. What's that? Oh, yeah, you're right. Both teams out warming up. I'm thinking we see McDivitt in at quarterback. He's stretching down there, running, probably going to throw some passes. Might see a little more Faust. Who knows? Second half coming up. Chief Marshall returns. Back alley brawler, as T-Bird calls you. Drummer for All Gone Blue. We're almost back here in this blowout of a game. All right, here we go. Second half.
All right, this half should go much quicker.
Should be quick. Should get out of here. Yeah, we went over stats, and like we predicted, it was pretty one-sided. Actually, very one-sided. All the way one-sided, we'll say.
Did they have a first down other than getting their first down on penalty?
I don't think so. But yeah, when I went over first downs, they did have a couple, but it was. You're right. It was just the penalties. Huh. Good observation there, Brandon. Definitely. You're right. So we'll see what happens this second half. McDivitt warming up, number 10 as well. So we'll see who goes in at quarterback after we kick off, as Bellmont will receive. Thunderstruck, good call. AC/DC, right? So yeah, we will. Looking ahead here. Usually you wouldn't look ahead, but we will. Huntington North next week, 7 p.m. Homecoming, should be a big game. Fun night. Honor the alumni.
Yeah, that'll be a good matchup. They're
Yeah.
2-0 as well. So
Yeah, 2-0 team, and last year, we handled them pretty good at Huntington, but then in the sectional at Huntington, it was a somewhat close game early, so it'll be fun to see how that one pans out, and then get into the meat of the conference play as Tanner Friend set to kick off this second half here at Columbia City High School. Short kick as Bellmont receives, as there's a fumble on the play towards the end as the ball rolls out of bounds. 85 Chris Richmond on the return up to the 30-yard line. Past the 30, fumbles out of bounds, so Bellmont retains possession. I was complimenting all your gifts while you guys were gone. Ron Swanson and The Office and JT. Seinfeld, there you go. The salt one. Oh, yeah, he'd know that. Yep, you do. And they are keeping Franz. We're going to call him Franz now. Sounds better. Franz quarterbacking Bellmont. Hands off to his running back, Logan Residens, and not much of anything going to the far side. Loss, if anything.
Tanner Ellis on tackle.
Tanner Ellis, good call. Definitely the backups getting some good playing time. Ellis, yeah. Playing some safety, getting in on the tackle. Good pursuit there. Bellmont huddles. And they're going to stay in that I formation, most likely running the ball. 32-yard line, second down and 11. We're going to go a little play action here. Deep ball. He's got a guy. Almost intercepted by Atkins. Deep pass there to the Eagles' 40-yard line. Look, that was one of the best balls of the night. He gave his receiver a shot. Yeah, Mason White, another 6'2 receiver. They have big receivers out there against a shorter cornerback. Atkins makes a play on the ball there. Nice shot by him. Deflected away. Third down for Bellmont. Coach Fox sheds the headset. No need for that anymore. High snap. And a screen pass set up. Falls incomplete. Franz's pass intended for Wemhoff, incomplete. Fell out of his hands. A little high. High snap, high pass. Punt coming. Clock runs. If you're just tuning in, Eagles 55, Bellmont nothing. 9:05 left in the third quarter. Brandon, while you're gone, we found out that 62 points is the all-time scoring record in a game.
Nice.
So 3
you can
times.
get that?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
we
man,
just muffed
fumble.
the punt, and Bellmont recovers a gift to the Braves. Dakota Taylor had some trouble with the punts.
You got to catch that one.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
there's no pressure on you.
Yeah.
I mean,
you get a chance to come in the game.
yeah, it's
you
Friday
gotta
night. You
gotta make
got a
plays.
chance. You got to make that happen.
Yep. Agreed. Don't give teams any chances there, and Belmont's gifted a second chance. See if they can connect with any of these receivers here. As they're going to go from the gun. Franz running back to his left hip pocket. High snap. Franz drops back, throws a bullet over the middle of the field, falls incomplete over the leaping hands of Gavin Cruel. If they could get the ball in one of their hands, it looks like they have some playmakers. I'm beating a dead horse here, but man, just
The ball was slung too.
good. Yeah, I mean, that was another decent pass. It wasn't on the money, but it was in the area. At this point, you probably got to come down with that.
Yeah.
Okay, Franz drops back again. Similar setup. Nice pass into the belly of Kroll. There it is. Gain of 9 yards, 3rd and 1.
He just got inside position on Kreischer there, and he's 6'2". He's going to
Yeah.
get that one.
Yep, definitely. Franz breaks the huddle. Belmont move with a little bit of sense of urgency here. Similar setup here. 4 receivers, 1 back. Franz calls for the snap, drops back, looks over to Kroll, but actually throws it over Kolset. Correction, over to Whirling, connects. Looked like it was intended for Kroll for a second,
Yeah,
but
it looked like Kreischer should have picked that.
yeah,
it went right off his hands.
Then it looked like a pick and tipped back to Whirling. I think it might have been intended for Kroll.
Yeah, I think so.
And then tipped by Kreischer, like you said, into the hands of Whirling for a Belmont first down. You've let them off the hook here on a punt, and then, you kind of have your, I would suspect your JV defense in, so good chance to make a statement here.
Yeah.
As a young guy coming in the game, you don't want to give up a touchdown here.
Definitely not.
Franz under center motions his back, fakes 2 handoffs, hands off to Whirling up the middle, taken down by about 3 Eagles. Not much going. Really no gain on the play. 2nd down. Belmont is inside the Eagles' 15-yard line. Driving for the first time. They're driving. Hey, 2 first downs. And they converted the one
too
without
legit.
flags. Yes,
Yeah.
that was legit. They are playing better, obviously, versus the non-starters. Franz snaps. 2 blitzers come off the edge and incomplete. Throws it up at the last second and falls harmlessly to the ground, intended for Logan Resendez. That's how you pronounce it. I'm pronouncing that wrong. Overthrown, but a lot of pressure in his face.
All right, 3rd and 9.
Yep, 3rd down. So Belmont goes out of the gun here, try to get to the marker, get in the end zone here, really take a shot. They run out of pretty much the same formation. 4 wide, gun, Franz, blitzers coming, overthrown, intended for Kroll, falls back well past the end zone.
Wasn't anywhere close to
No
it.
chance. See what they draw it for 4th and 9. I imagine another shotgun pass to Kroll, or 13. You might look to drop a fade route, just throw it up and see if they come down with it instead of these bullet passes over the middle. They just aren't connecting too much. High snap to Franz, off the edge again, floats it up and intercepted by Landon Atkins as he's going to take it out of the back of the end zone. 10-yard line, past the 20, taken down up near the Bellmont or Eagles 30-yard line. Atkins been making some plays. He made a play on the ball here on the close 40 and then had a nice touchdown run and then makes up interception. They threw up a fade route and it did not go as intended. Might as well try at that point.
Yeah, you got to do something.
Atkins not outmatched by the taller receivers. Good vertical and jumps and snags it out of the air.
High pointed the ball, went and got it.
Mm-hmm. Good for him, good for the Eagles stopping them there. Like we said, you do not want to give up a touchdown on your first chance on defense there with the younger players. And only 3 minutes left. It's been flying by with the running clock as McDivitt in at quarterback. Hands off to Meineke. Yeah, Devin Meineke, 44. Good call there. Decent gain for first down, a 6-yard gain. Ball just past the 35 of the Eagles. See if we can score a touchdown here.
Yeah.
And that would obviously, once again, tie the record.
Yeah.
So that'd be 4 games. If we get,
probably holding right there.
Looks like Ian Barry coming into the game. Nice run there for first down, but there's a flag. Illegal shift. Illegal motion on the Eagles. You'll probably have that from time to time with,
Yeah, the younger guys in.
Yeah, these varsity officials are probably calling it a little more true, even in a blowout game than a JV. Pretty light. A little more attention on Friday nights. But still need to execute, just like we talked about with the defense.
2nd and 9.
Yep, and McDivitt in, Meineke, Barry, and Atkins, the H-backs. Barry comes across the field, handed off to Meineke. Meineke runs up the gut, up past the 35, marked at the 38. Good game there for Meineke. And the run up the middle. 3rd down and 2. Keep chewing that clock. Keep running the ball. McDivitt, the sophomore, scans the field, takes a snap. Barry in motion, hands off to Atkins. Fakes to Meineke, hands off to Atkins around the right side. First down for the Eagles. Atkins brought down at the 46 of the Eagles. 1st and 10. 52 seconds left in the quarter. The running clock makes all the difference. A very nice addition to football and basketball.
It is.
McDivitt scans, takes the snap, hands off to Barry. Barry on the reverse. Cuts back into the middle of the field across the Eagle logo. Another flag. Good game from Barry. Holding on the Eagles. Not what you want to see.
Well, that's
Drive killers.
2 erasers for Ian.
Yep, and that's going to end the 3rd quarter of play. The score is still 55-0. And yeah, negates 2 big plays for the sophomore back. Underwriters for probably the last time. Tonight's broadcast sponsored by First Fleet. First Fleet operates dedicated trucking operations in Bluffton, Fort Wayne, Butler, and Three Rivers, Michigan. First Fleet hires industry-leading CDLA drivers for dedicated home nightly positions. First Fleet is proud to support the Eagles and Columbia City High School. First Fleet can be found at www.firstfleetinc.com. Both teams come out of the quarter break pretty quickly. Turned down for what? Getting the student section all hyped up late in this one. Throwing out the footballs, T-shirts. Kids go crazy for a T-shirt or a foam football. It's like the Tin Caps games when they start throwing them.
Yeah.
You can't hear a thing.
Yeah, they start screaming, yelling.
Right? It's just a foam ball. But, hey, to a kid, that's gold.
Yeah, it's big time.
Mm-hmm. We're going to start the fourth quarter here. Flipping sides. Columbia City moving right to left. McDivitt drops back to pass. Wide open receiver.
Wow.
Incomplete on the far side. Intended for Andrew Firthmiller. Just out of his reach.
He was wide open,
Yeah.
too.
Short gain there for the Eagles. Subbing in and out. Third down and 15 for Columbia City. Running out of the wing. McDivitt under center. Atkins to his left. Barry to his right. Meineke. The H-back. Fakes to Meineke. McDivitt, another pass intended for an open Andrew Firthmiller, just short, a couple yards short, bounces to him, and that's going to bring out the punt unit.
Again, gotta make those, make those plays.
Yep. Yeah, you get a chance on a Friday night. You wanna connect on those passes and, give him a shot to pass a little bit. Put the ball in his hand. He had some open receivers. Friend back deep to punt. Bellmont ready to return. And a spiraling punt that takes a Columbia City bounce just past the Bellmont 34. First and 10 for the Braves. Clock continues to roll. And
this is
closing in.
First turnover for us.
Yeah. That is the first time that's an offensive series. Well, I guess. Yeah, that's right, because the quarter break, it wasn't two separate, the quarter break, so did not end in a touchdown, did not end in a kick, it ended in a punt. You're right. We have a whistle and a timeout, Bellmont. Trying to get something squared away.
Yeah, Belmont's got 23 freshmen on the roster, so as a coach, you're just hoping that those guys stick around.
Yeah.
And then here in a couple years,
They have some skill players. If you told me you had 3 6'2" receivers and struggled,
yeah, if they can keep these freshmen around, I think they're going to be.
Yeah,
they'll be okay here in a couple years.
Yeah, they have some quarterback options. Develop them, and hopefully when they come back in a couple years, it's a more competitive game. Obviously, you want to win,
right?
But you also want to play good teams, and you can't control your conference schedule.
No, you can't.
And you only get to schedule 2 other ones, but you'll get plenty of competition throughout the year in the conference. You don't have to worry about that too much. But as Franz still in at quarterback, hands off, immediately tackled by the Eagles D-line is number 5. Looks like his jersey's tucked in. Maybe number 5. It's hard to tell at this point. Throwing in a lot of of different players. Could be number 6. Yeah, it looks like Manley back there. I formation, 3 receiver sets. Man in motion, Dawson Andrews across the screen. And, yeah, that is Manley, the running back, takes the handoff to the right side. Gain of 2 or 3. 3 yards. Third and medium again. Third and 7, ball on the 38. Shotgun look here. Franz with the running back to his left hip. Takes the snap, drops back, looks across the middle of the field, has 2 receivers open, but it almost intercepted by Ellis. He had 2 receivers in the area there. Incomplete at the 50. Not sure if they ran the same route or ended up too close.
Yeah, they were right next to each other.
Yeah.
Ellis was right in the middle.
Yeah, Ellis might have had the best chance to catch it. Looked like it split the receivers and hit him. I couldn't for sure tell, but nonetheless, 4th down. Same formation. Franz scans to his right, scans to his left, takes the snap, fumbles it, picks it up, but gets sacked on the play. That's going to be R.J. Ferris on the sack. Eagles take over their own 27. 1st and 10, 7:14 left in this one. McDivitt back in, under center, and here we go, 6:55. We have a whistle, and reset the clock, and we're good to go.
Fumble.
Fumble on the play.
Looks like McDivitt recovered it.
Mm-hmm. Not sure if that was the snap or
Yeah, it was snap.
It was a snap. Okay.
Yeah.
Not the best snap. McDivitt can't handle it, but does recover. Good news for the Eagles. 6:21 left. A lot of JV players getting some time here. McDivitt back under center. Atkins in motion. Atkins gets the ball. Has a lot of room to run on the outside. Stiff arm. Tackled at the 8-yard line. First down, Eagles. Have a lot of options and a lot of speed and depth on this Eagles team.
Yeah, those backs are quick.
Definitely. McDivitt hands off back, same play to Atkins. Atkins into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles.
So now, do you kick the extra point and tie the record, or you go for 2 and set the record?
Oh, you beat me to it, Marsh. I don't know. You got to think that Foxy's pretty aware of things as he puts together these record books. I think.
Yeah, he does.
He knows all the numbers, and man, it was 62 in versus Bellmont 21. For some reason, we just always land on 62.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but
we're going for it.
We always miss one extra point because 63 would be.
We're going for it.
And you predicted it, my friend. Because, put a new record on the board here. Fumble the snap. Oh. We're not getting to 62 right now. We need another touchdown because 2-point conversion no good. There's a flag. Illegal shift, penalty decline. We'll kick off. Some players visibly upset. I mean, I think everybody kind of knew there. You're going for a record. Fight song plays. 4:31 left in the game. 61-0 Columbia City over the Bellmont Braves. Eagles 2-point conversion, no good. Set to kick off. I don't know if they'll get another chance, but if they get the ball back, I think if they put it in Atkins' hands, they have a pretty good shot.
They do. I mean,
if they get the ball, which I think they would, but who knows?
Never know.
With the running clock. So Friend set to kick off yet again. We must have been setting records for kickoffs and
Yeah.
ball falling off and all sorts of records tonight, I feel like. Enter Sandman now. We are mixing it up because of the record number of kickoffs. Virginia Tech's entrance. Friend spiraling, squibbish kick. Rolls out of bounds, but was touched by the Braves, was it not?
No, I don't
Just
think so.
barely? Okay.
It looked like it was, but
okay, yeah, because if it was, then it would
yeah.
it would obviously not be the flag, correct?
Correct.
'Cause they touched it,
Yep.
okay. Yeah, he thought about it.
He did. He thought about it.
So, yeah, looks like it was called correctly. Illegal procedure on the Eagles. Kick out of bounds. Sets up Bellmont with a little better field position, I believe, at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10. Franz back in, quarterback in the Braves. Hands off up the middle to Manley. Middle, gain of 4 yards. Ball spotted. Just short of the 40 at the Bellmont 39. 2nd down and 6. Clock dwindling down. 3:17 left in this one. 61-0 Eagles. Franz, hands off yet again. Same play. Manley gets close or past the 1st down marker. They're going to move the chains there. 1st down, Bellmont. 7-yard run for Manley. 1st and 10 on the Bellmont. 46-yard line. Drive extended. 2:41 left. Four wide, handoff, swallowed. Going to be a loss on the play. Ball move back, 44, loss of 2, 2nd down and 12. As they're close here to just running the clock out.
Yeah.
2 minutes left. Taking their time, rightfully so.
Yeah, I'd be doing the same thing.
So true. The running clock makes a difference. Franz from the gun, drops back to pass, heaves it over the middle of the field, incomplete, overthrown yet again, intended receiver Jack Schultz. Slant route across the middle, just missed him. Open guys, haven't been able to connect. That will not stop the clock, obviously. About a minute left. 3rd and 12. Shotgun, no, under center. Could see some play action or could set up a handoff to, handoff to Manley. Gain of about 1 yard to the 45. Sets up for about one last play in this one. Belmont letting this one tick down, 35-yard line, 4th down and 11. They'll try to let the play clock run down all the way and snap it. 10 seconds left. Snap to Franz. Thrown across the middle. Hit the hands of Schultz. Incomplete, and that'll do it. Final score, Columbia City 61, Belmont nothing. As we put a capper on this one, and the teams quickly shake hands. The horn sounds.
Yep.
And the fireworks are going off. Empty out the barrel. This one's over. Columbia City moves to 3-0 on the young campaign. 2-0 in conference. Belmont 0-3 and falls to 0-2 in correction, 1-0. 1-0 in conference for the Eagles, 0-1 for the Braves, 0-3 overall. Always good to start out conference play, 1-0. Hard to win the conference after losing that first game.
Yeah, it definitely is. We got a tough one next week with Huntington. Should be a good matchup. And
definitely. Homecoming.
Yeah, homecoming for us.
Yep, packed house. And the weather should be a little more warm. We get another heat wave coming. But, hey, we can't complain. We've had nice weather for the most part. Definitely for home games. Great weather.
Yeah.
So, all I do is win. Coach Fox gathers the troops. I assume this will be a somewhat short talk. Belmont just goes ahead and heads to the locker room. There's not much you can say after that one. I'm not sure what I would say.
No, I mean, you just got to tell them, like, you just got to keep battling.
Yeah, you can't yell at them. I mean, you could, but thank you, sir.
Those guys return, then, a couple years, they're going to be a pretty decent team.
Right. The morale, you got to keep the team together somehow. It's not an easy task, but it is what it is. Control you can control and play the teams in front of you.
Yeah.
That's all you can do. And for the Eagles, a different outlook. High expectations for this program and 3-0 starts. Pretty typical of these recent Eagle teams. As we have some stats. So, the stats really didn't change much. So, I read these at halftime, and there's not much to change. McDivitt was 0 for 2. Also, no one else really added to their stats besides Meineke. He had 3 for 17. Atkins had 6 for 63 and 2 TDs. Lots of touchdowns, obviously. Defensive stats didn't really change because none of the starters played. First downs. Let's look at that. First down, 16-4. So they had. So you were right. The only first down they got was the second half was real first downs, for lack of a better term. 388 yards to Belmont's 51. Passing stayed the same. Rushing was 297. So big day on the ground for the Columbia City Eagles. Penalties 5 for 45 for the Eagles, 2 for 20 for Belmont. Not a lot of penalties from Belmont. So you're searching for positives, and
they're clean, I guess you could say. Clean.
Yeah, which is a positive. Controlling, we control. 34-25 possession for the Eagles, 17-37 for the Bellmont Braves. Coach Fox brings in the Eagles. We'll see if he comes up here and brings a player for the post-game interview. He's going to get him out of here early tonight. A late night last Friday, getting back at the midnight hour. Early night tonight. Can celebrate the victory. 1-0 in conference. 3-0 overall. Focus shifts to the Huntington North Vikings rolling into town next Friday night. Looks like Foxy's going to make his way up here per usual, and he might be bringing Ethan McIntosh, or I really can't tell for sure, but it wouldn't shock me because he's a baller. not much to say after this one.
No.
Blowout fashion. Eagles win. The home fans go home happy. Bellmont has vacated their bleachers and are headed back to Decatur.
It looks like Fox coming up with McIntosh.
Okay, all right. Foxy and McIntosh making their way up to the press box. Fox for his weekly interview on Friday nights. A happy Coach Fox tonight, I suspect. Not much you can complain about in this one.
No.
Find some minor things, but, man, it's...
Defense was exceptional.
Yeah.
I mean, offense was rolling. Fun stuff.
Mm-hmm. Very explosive. No matter who you're playing, you just try to play your brand, do what you do, and you can't control who's on the other side. So any win's a good win. You don't take it for granted. Once you start doing that, and you lose,
you ain't giving them back.
Yeah, you realize how nice winning once was. So
Fox is here, so
all
I'm
right.
getting the headset.
Yeah, thanks, Mark.
Yep.
Appreciate it. My partner, Brandon Marshall. Coach Fox checking in to the broadcast. All right.
JD.
Foxy, I took over for T-Bird tonight. I get to interview
man.
you, man. Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, T-Bird's out, man. Good to see
man.
you. Hey, Coach, congrats on the win. Obviously a big one tonight. Almost at the scoring record there. Was super close.
I know.
Obviously very close. We were keeping a close eye on that, but did set the first quarter, scoring record for the program.
What was
That was,
thought it was 28.
So, yeah, you beat that.
34.
34, so that's good news there. So, obviously, another 3-0 start for your Columbia City Eagles and a 1-0 start in conference. It's you want to do that to start in conference to give yourself a shot. So, talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I told the guys, I mean, like, it's a little bit different now, too, right? Like, game 1 and game 2, you still want to win, but if something happens in those 2 games, it doesn't necessarily set you off from your goals. And so, for us, you know, coming in and having a conference game, you want to start 1-0. You want that feeling. You want to get going in the right way. It's people that are used to seeing you at all levels and probably spend a little bit more time with film and stuff like that with you. And so you want to set the tone. And that's why I told the guys, like, you know, like everybody's going to look at this, you know, the score, and they're going to say, hey, okay, like what do we got to deal with? Who do we have to deal with? And those kind of things. And so we wanted to send a message with that, and I thought the guys did a good job getting a second shutout too. You know, I mean, that's what we want. That's what we want, and defensively. And so to have those guys come in off the bench and preserve that shutout, like that means the world to the starters. And I thought our starters did a good job of staying locked in and cheering for those guys and realizing just how important their role is too in that.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. You stole my next question exactly. So, yeah, obviously, if you don't give up any points, you can't lose the game.
Right.
So that's the goal.
Exactly.
Exactly that. So, yeah, and obviously, I would assume there's got to be a balance too of making sure your varsity starters get ample amount of reps coming into a obviously tougher conference opponents coming up, but also has to be nice to see, as you started to touch on, those JV players getting in and sustaining that shutout and getting some time on Friday night. That's huge, too, to develop your program.
Exactly. You know, those guys deserve it. They don't always get out there on a Friday night, and so anytime we get an opportunity to get some of those guys that are practicing with us and really pushing, you want to get them out there and get some of that Friday night experience. So then when those guys are in those starting positions in the future, then they feel a little bit more comfortable because, hey, I've done some of this stuff before, which is really nice. And, you know, I told them, I said, listen, like, we got to be focused. We got to be ready. We can't, you know, you said, you know, the starters didn't get a lot of minutes, but we got to be conditioned. We got to be ready. We got to be focused because it's not the same Huntington North team that's coming in here. The halftime, they were up 10-7 on East Noble. And so it'll be interesting to see how that one ended up and just how they travel up here as well next week.
Yep, you led me right into my next question exactly. So what do you expect to see from Huntington North this year? Obviously last year took care of business at their place in the regular season pretty handedly and then played them in the sectional game a little bit tighter. But you're saying you're touching on a brand-new ball club this year, so expecting anything different?
Yeah, I mean, second year with their head coach, and so they're a little bit more familiar with what they're doing offensively and you know, spread it out. And it's something that, you know, Plymouth kind of did to us. They're spreading us out, but they're spreading us out more Huntington North to pass, and they got a really athletic quarterback, so we got to be on top of that. and just to be ready with it. And they've been challenged, and they've played some tough teams, and so they're not going to be shell-shocked coming into an environment like this and seeing our guys and playing against our guys. So we got to be focused with that.
Yep, homecoming should be electric, should be a lot of fans. Get the alumni in here and get after it, huh?
Yeah, we always say, on our scouting report this coming week, Wake the Echoes, steal it from Notre Dame, but we talk about, like, hey, those guys that are in the stands, like, tonight you kind of told them the same thing. It's youth night. Some of these younger guys are trying to choose their numbers based off of who's playing and who has this and who has that. The same thing, like these alumni are coming, and we want you guys to come. We want you to be around the program. We want you to look down there and say, hey, man, like I used to wear 32, or I used to wear, 52, or, and there's significance sometimes with the numbers that we're giving some of these guys with some of the past history with those numbers. And we want us to represent and for the alumni to come to the game and just be proud of the product that we're putting out on the field. And that means a lot to us. And you look at our coaching staff, so many of them have, our alumni that played here. Exactly. Yeah. Or now have moved their family here. We got some outliers like me and Casey Blake, but I think we're kind of pseudo adopted into the family now, right?
Yeah, you bleed maroon and gold. There's no doubt about that for sure. So the fans want to know, how was the horn tonight? You heard it a lot, still loud. It was
good.
It was good.
Like the amount of emails, like guys, like we understand. Like I get it. Like you're emailing us about the horn. I get it. I actually didn't even notice it tonight. So I did notice that you added some lights on top of it. Which looked really
there we
cool.
go. Okay.
So good addition to that.
So happy Coach Fox and more content with the horn.
I wasn't upset.
No,
with the horn.
you weren't. You were just saying it was loud.
Just like, man, it was loud.
You were just saying it was loud. That was it. And the fans obviously were putting in their 2 cents as well. So
no doubt, man.
They'll
for
always
sure,
do
man.
that. So 61-0 victory for Coach Fox and the Eagles. So great job tonight, and looking forward to next week for Huntington North. So
well, hey, I appreciate. I brought you Ethan McIntosh
all right,
tonight, so you can put him on the hot seat, as Coach Thompson would say.
That's right, on the hot seat.
So.
All right, thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
good luck
man.
next week. Yep. All right, Ethan McIntosh, former baseball player, so we know each other pretty well. What's up, Mac? Big game tonight, big win, obviously. I've called 3 games so far this year, and I feel like I say your name about more than anybody else. So you're just all over the field. How's it feel to win this one and go 1-0 in conference?
Oh, it feels great. I'm hoping that we can be NE8 champs again, and then go into sectional, regional, semi-state, and state.
Yeah.
This year, I'm really hoping that I can, possibly break school record, most tackles.
For sure.
Just trying to be real fierce out there.
Yeah, you're getting there. I didn't completely look at this. I forgot to give Coach Fox the iPad, rookie mistake, but I think you were somewhere around 7 solo tackles tonight, somewhere around there. So now I'll give Coach Fox the iPad. So, definitely all over the field. So, what's it mean for the defense to have, is it the second shutout of the season we said tonight? So what's that mean to the defensive unit and Coach Fox and Coach Clark and everyone in company?
Yeah, so our main goal is, always get a shutout. That's the number one thing to do. Our defense this year, we're looking great, We have a lot of friendship and a lot of bonding over the offseason. I think we're going to be really solid this year and one of the best defenses in the state.
Yeah, for sure. You guys seem to have a lot of team speed on defense and some ball hawks out there as well as a strong front 7 and linebacker core. So I'm looking forward to seeing the defensive unit continue to progress throughout the season. So obviously big win tonight, but looking towards next week to go in 2-0 in conference. Homecoming, Huntington North. What do you expect to see for the Vikings, and what do you think the Eagles need to do to come out on top?
I think we're going to really need to step up in our secondary. They're a really good passing team. I don't know much about their rushing, but I know they have a great quarterback and receivers that can make plays. They're, big, so we just need to make sure to lock down the secondary, and hopefully we can win the game.
Definitely. So big crowd here tonight. Obviously a lopsided game, but big student section. A lot of energy on the bench too, cheering on the young guys and getting the starters obviously in the second half. So what's all the support mean from the community, the fans, the players, coaches?
Oh, it's just great. Like last year, we had a lot of support and everything, but this year I feel like, I don't know if it's I'm paying more attention to it, but I feel like it's so much louder. There's a lot more energy there. It's really helping us,
For sure. Yep, your senior year and leading the defense, linebacking core. So great game, Mac, and looking forward to watching the rest of the season and how you guys progress on defense. So, and good luck the rest of the way, and definitely enjoy watching you play. So, appreciate you joining the broadcast too. So,
yep, thank you.
All right, thanks, Mac. Appreciate it. Ethan McIntosh, senior linebacker, joined the broadcast along with Coach Fox. So we thank them for coming up and joining us to wrap up our WJHS 91.5 The Eagle postgame show. Much appreciated. Well, we've went over the stats, interviewed Coach Fox, Ethan McIntosh, and that's going to about do it tonight. It's me and Papa Warner in the press box now, as everything's cleared out and a couple other people lingering around. So let's wrap this thing up here from the new Columbia City High School on State Road 9 at what we're dubbing Eagle Stadium. Telling you the final score one more time: Columbia City 61, Bellmont nothing. Thanks for tuning in, fans. Thanks to WJHS. Thanks to everyone who makes this broadcast a success. And we will see you next Friday night when the Huntington North Vikings roll into town and face the undefeated Columbia City Eagles in conference play as the Eagles look to go 2-0 in conference. Friday night, 7 p.m. We'll see you next week, folks. Thanks again for listening. Have a great evening, everybody. I do.